My dad's mainly, his main passion is showbiz. He's into theater and drama and scripts and plays, and even my mom did the same. So along with them, I also would participate in many of this through my childhood. My mother used to be a model as well. My dad also did a bit of it. And I did quite a few advertising films, and including stills and stuff along with my mother, where my mother would play my mother, and I'm the little kid doing all this, from LIC to some Hajmola to some cold drink to a pressure cooker. I think it was a Prestige pressure cooker or something, like ad films and stuff like that. I did a lot of all that till my 10th grade, And after 11th and 12th grade, I had to go for auditioning, which I did not like. Going for auditioning and competing. Now, a lot of all this happened because my family or my extended family were large into production houses, also making movies, directing. So all that came by default, like you don't have a child model, so call up Tanu's son, and probably he'll be available. So I never really went for any audition. And I did all these wonderful ad films, but then later on when I had to go for all this audition and stuff, standing with 5-10 other guys, waiting for that, I realized that this is not my scene. And I was slightly dyslexic at the same time. I have a problem with memorizing scripts or any bookish stuff. I'm unable to absorb it and memorize it. And at the same time, I was the best child artist, perhaps in the whole country, from my Bombay and school and all that. I won every possible child art competition, both local, state and national levels, and perhaps also first in the country in many of them. So this is something that came naturally to me, painting and drawing. Somewhere down the line, I was a little nervous about following, most of my family thought by default I would be getting into, showbiz. I was kind of tall, in their eyes, decent looking. I don't know. I don't think so highly about myself that way, but
you still can do very good modeling.
Yeah, but I found that to be risky. My family, all the rest of the family thought I should do it, but I went against it. And finally, I told my uncles, who are really well-known movie directors in those days, all the Mukherjees and Chatterjees of the Bollywood, that they had a sit-down roundtable meeting one day to decide about my fate, and that was where they decided that you might be son of whoever, or you might be for whatever lineage from background, but it has been proven that that just because you are from a certain family background doesn't mean that you want to become a star. It has been seen. I don't want to take names, but whereas now here is something, this is sure shot, like he is known to be a natural when it comes to his art and design. The whole family decided that, then I think his decision of wanting to be an architect is a better decision. Now the reason why so I thought either be a painter or an architect. The architectural influence happened because I was growing up in my school, Bombay Scottish, with some very prominent, the most prominent real estate developer in those days, in India. Their sons were studying and they were best friends. And I had seen all these hotels, big real estate projects being built in front of my eyes, So that left a lasting impression on my mind. And so I thought I'd rather use my creative skills in this field than somewhere else.
Great.
It was a calculated risk.
Yeah. And you did not like, because you never had to do it before, also auditions and everything, it came to you, right?
Yeah.
And then you chose architecture. That's great, wonderful.